Traveling to Damascus in 2026 feels like stepping into a living timeline where layers of civilization breathe through stone streets, ancient markets, and the daily rhythm of a city that has endured more than most places on Earth. Damascus is often described as one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. And this is not just a historical claim, but something you genuinely feel the moment you arrive. The city does not present itself as a polished tourist product at first glance. Instead, it unfolds slowly, revealing its character through architecture, people, sounds, and traditions that have survived thousands of years. This is what makes Damascus unique as a travel destination and a historical experience combined. One of the most striking features of Damascus is its urban design, which reflects centuries of layered civilizations. Roman city planning is still visible in the Straight Street, known historically as the Via Recta, now called Straight Street, cutting through the old city. Walking here is like walking on a blueprint drawn by ancient engineers. The layout still works today, which is a performance aspect of ancient urban design that modern planners still admire. The narrow alleys branching off the main streets are intentionally designed to provide shade, airflow, and privacy, proving that sustainability was practiced long before it became a modern concept. The old city of Damascus is surrounded by ancient walls that once protected it from invasions. These walls are not just ruins. They define the identity of the city. Gates such as Bab Sharqi and Bab Tuma are more than entry points. They are historical markers showing how different cultures and communities live together. Bab Tuma, in particular, leads into a Christian quarter that feels calm, artistic, and deeply spiritual. Churches stand close to mosques, and the sound of church bells mixing with the call to prayer is a living example of coexistence that has defined Damascus for centuries. The Umayyad Mosque stands at the heart of the city and is one of the most powerful symbols of Damascus. Its design combines Roman, Byzantine, and Islamic architectural elements, making it a masterpiece of cultural integration. The mosque was once a Roman temple, then a Byzantine church, and finally transformed into one of the most important mosques in Islamic history. This transformation alone tells a story of how Damascus absorbed different civilizations instead of erasing them. Inside, the vast courtyard, golden mosaics, and symmetrical arches reflect both spiritual depth and architectural brilliance. From a performance perspective, the structure has survived earthquakes, fires, and wars, yet it continues to function as a place of worship and gathering, proving the durability of ancient construction techniques. Damascus is not only about monuments, it is also about daily life that feels deeply connected to tradition. The souks of Damascus, especially Souk al-Ahmadiyya, are among the most iconic markets in the Middle East. The long covered bazaar with its iron roof filters sunlight in a way that creates a dramatic atmosphere. This design is not accidental. It regulates temperature, protects traders from weather, and enhances the shopping experience. From spices and textiles to handmade soaps and traditional sweets, every item tells a story. The performance of this market lies in its ability to function as both a commercial hub and a social space where people meet, talk, and maintain traditions that have existed for generations. One of the unique selling points of Damascus as a travel destination is its authenticity. Unlike many historic cities that have been heavily commercialized, Damascus still feels lived in rather than staged. Courtyard houses hidden behind simple doors open into breathtaking interiors with fountains, marble floors, and orange trees. These homes are designed to offer privacy from the street while creating a peaceful environment inside. The inward-focused architecture reflects cultural values and climate adaptation, showing how design responds to social needs. Many of these houses have been converted into boutique hotels and cultural centers, allowing visitors to experience traditional Damascene living without losing its original spirit. The history of Damascus stretches back over 11,000 years, and this long timeline is visible everywhere. The city was ruled by Arameans, Romans, Byzantines, Umayyads, Ottomans, and many others. Each era left its mark without completely removing what came before. This layered history is one of the strongest aspects of Damascus. Unlike cities that highlight one golden age, Damascus showcases continuity. For history lovers, this makes the city feel like an open-air museum, where time periods overlap instead of standing separately. In 2026, visiting Damascus also means witnessing a city in recovery and resilience. Years of conflict have left scars, but they have also highlighted the strength of its people. Markets are reopening, cafes are filling with conversations, and artisans are returning to their crafts. This aspect of Damascus adds emotional depth to the travel experience. You are not just seeing history. You are seeing survival. The performance of the city under pressure, its ability to maintain cultural identity despite hardship, becomes one of its most powerful narratives. Food in Damascus is another major highlight and a key feature of the travel experience. Syrian cuisine is rich, balanced, and deeply rooted in tradition. Dishes like kibbeh fatoush, shawarma, and masiyah are prepared with techniques passed down through families. The design of meals often reflects hospitality, with multiple small dishes shared around the table. Street food stalls coexist with historic restaurants that have served the same recipes for decades. From a sensory perspective, the flavors, aromas, and presentation make food a gateway to understanding Syrian culture. The performance of Damascus as a cultural capital is also visible in its literature, poetry, and music. The city has inspired poets and scholars for centuries. Traditional music can still be heard in cultural cafes, and storytelling remains an important social activity. These elements are not presented as tourist shows, but exist naturally in everyday life. This organic cultural presence is a unique selling point for travelers seeking depth rather than entertainment. Damascus is also known for its craftsmanship, especially in woodwork, metal engraving, and textile production. Damascus steel, historically famous for its strength and patterns, originated here and became legendary worldwide. Although modern production has changed, the legacy remains part of the city's identity. Visiting workshops and observing artisans at work provides insight into techniques that blend art with function. The design philosophy behind these crafts focuses on durability, beauty, and symbolism, reflecting values that are increasingly rare in mass-produced modern goods. Nature also plays a subtle role in Damascus. The Barada River, though smaller today, was once the lifeline of the city. It allowed agriculture and settlement in an otherwise arid region. The Ghouta oasis surrounding Damascus was historically known as a paradise of gardens and orchards. While urban expansion has changed this landscape, the concept of Damascus as a green refuge remains deeply rooted in poetry and memory. This relationship between city and environment shows how geography shaped the development and sustainability of Damascus. For travelers interested in religious history, Damascus holds immense significance. It is connected to important figures in Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. The city is mentioned in religious texts and traditions, making it a place of pilgrimage and reflection. The coexistence of religious sites within a compact area highlights the city's historical role as a crossroads of faiths. This spiritual diversity is not just historical, but continues to influence daily life and cultural practices. The design elements of public spaces in Damascus emphasize community. Courtyards, fountains, and shaded seating areas encourage social interaction. Cafes are not rushed spaces. They are places where time slows down. This contrasts sharply with the fast-paced design of many modern cities. The performance of these spaces lies in their ability to foster connection, conversation, and continuity of tradition. Traveling to Damascus in 2026 also offers a learning experience about perception versus reality. Many people know the city only through headlines, but being there reveals a different story. You see families, students, shopkeepers, and artists going about their lives. This human aspect becomes one of the strongest features of the journey. It challenges simplified narratives and replaces them with personal understanding. The city's transportation and infrastructure reflect both challenges and adaptations. While not as modern as some global capitals, Damascus functions through systems shaped by necessity and resilience. Walking remains one of the best ways to explore, especially in the old city, where vehicles cannot easily pass. This encourages a slower pace of travel, allowing deeper engagement with surroundings. From a travel design perspective, the city rewards patience and curiosity more than speed. Damascus also offers a unique photographic experience. The textures of stone walls, the play of light in narrow alleys, and the contrast between ancient architecture and modern life create powerful visual stories. For content creators and documentarians, the city provides endless material that feels raw and authentic, rather than polished or artificial. One of the most important aspects of Damascus is its people. Hospitality is not a slogan here. It is a deeply ingrained value. Visitors are often invited for tea, offered help without expectation, and treated with warmth that feels genuine. This human connection becomes the most memorable part of the trip. It transforms Damascus from a destination into an experience shaped by relationships. In 2026, Damascus stands as a reminder that cities are more than buildings and infrastructure. They are living organisms shaped by memory, culture, struggle, and hope. The city does not try to impress with luxury or modern spectacle. Instead, it offers something rarer: continuity. From ancient stones to modern footsteps, everything in Damascus feels connected, as if the past and present are sharing the same breath, the same streets, the same stories, the same enduring rhythm of life that continues to move forward through markets, mosques, homes, and hearts, without pause, without spectacle, without interruption, carrying thousands of years into every ordinary moment of the day.